What is up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Career Retrospective. As you see, tonight we are taking on the artist formerly known as Sasha Banks, the newest member of the AEW Women's Division, the CEO, Mercedes Moné. Everybody, how we doing tonight? You feeling good?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Yes. Yeet.
All
Yeet.
right. As
Yeet.
always, we got Scalz with me. Joining tonight also, welcome back, Jody.
Hello, what's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday and yeet. Liv Morgan, Queen.
He says, yeet. All right. And joining at least this show for the first time, Dionte. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Dionte?
Yeah, what's good? What's good? It's your boy Dionte. You can find me on TikTok at NBA Tayo2 or NBA Tay Talks Wrestling. Um, this is my first interaction with these guys, but it is like my first time on their podcast. So I'm happy to
Well,
be
Pat.
here. I'm happy to be here, and I can't wait to talk about Sasha Banks. So, well,
All right.
Mercedes, let's do it.
Well, hell yeah. Welcome, welcome. Um, that being said, this is where we can kind of nitpick all the parts of her game because it's fun. It's fun to do that.
Yes.
So as just like an in-ring worker, ratings. What are you talking about, ratings? Get here. All right.
This is where we rate her.
I'm like, who said that?
I didn't.
This is
Rating.
where we go into rating her.
Yeah, you're damn right. So basically, this is where we kind of do the round table discussion. We kind of praise, criticize, whatever you want to call it. Basically, we take each aspect of a superstar's performance and we rate it on a scale of 1 to 10 in our own opinion. If booked right, Mercedes can become polarizing. I mean, she's already pretty polarizing, but
Shoot.
can get even more polarizing. You're right. So we'll kick it off. Just go the same direction we were going. Scalz, we're going to talk about in-ring work. How would you rate her in-ring work on a scale of 1 to 10?
So hers is touch and go, because if she's like the female Brock Lesnar, if she doesn't care
That's a crazy
about the
comparison.
program she's in, she's not going to care about the in-ring work. If she is invested in the program that is going on, she's a 10 in the ring because she'll do everything she can to put herself over as well as her opponent.
Huh.
Overall, I'm going to give her a 7.5.
Okay. Jody, how about you, my man?
Okay. Like Scal says, her in ring touch and go, and she was fighting a little bit against Julia Hart, and then she just ran away. I will quickly say I would give Mercedes a 8.7 out of 10.
Okay. Deontay, we'll go over to you.
Mercedes, like Scal said, if she cares, she can be the best women's wrestler on the damn planet. Like if she, perfect example, her and Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. That match was fucking awesome
Oh yes.
because she cared. So, but in terms of in ring, I'll give her a solid
Huh.
7.5. 7.5.
7? Okay.
Yeah, 7.5.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw it up to an 8. I think as far as her ability to sell, that's a 10. She's the best seller out of any women's wrestler on the planet. Her ability to tell a story is completely unmatched. I don't think most male wrestlers aren't even close to where she is on the ability to tell a story in the ring. I think that is something that she has mastered that a lot of people can't master, is the ability to tell a story. Her in-ring work, sometimes you kind of notice when she's not fully invested. It's not bad, but it's just kind of like she's going through the motions. It's like,
Right.
I feel like it's like Johnny Manziel syndrome, where the talent is ungodly and off the charts, but without motivation, useless, completely useless. And I hate to say that about Johnny Manziel, but
Johnny Manziel is
Johnny
crazy.
Manziel, the dude had all the talent in the world, wasted.
Johnny football, man.
I feel like sometimes Mercedes falls into that trap of wasting it. But hopefully she's motivated. Hopefully she stays motivated and doesn't walk out on a company again. So we will work. We'll talk about her character work next. Scalz, what would you say Mercedes as a baby face?
Hmm.
I always thought she was a better heel. She's more invested in it, even though the crowd loves her more as the babyface because they can get into what she does. Um, babyface, I'm probably going to give her a 7 for this.
Okay.
I feel that might be a little too high, but that's where I'm staying.
Jody, how about yourself?
Babyface. Um, I'm gonna have to. Instead of higher, I'm gonna go lower. I'm gonna
Make it
have
a
to say a.
5, please.
I will give her a 6.
Okay.
I mean, but babyface, like she's she's babyface and she's doing put hyping the crowd up a bit. But when she turned heel, that's a 10. But for right now, babyface 6.
I feel that. All right. Dionte.
Um, I always prefer her as a heel, so I'm saying as babyface 6 out of 10.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Um, I think when she's against the right opponent, when she's against somebody like Charlotte Flair or Ronda Rousey,
Woo.
she's gonna get cheered and she's gonna be massively over. Um, I think as a babyface, she does do great work, but I don't think that's her natural fit, as we all know. Like that, the whole boss character, CEO character, it just doesn't feel quite right as a babyface.
Right.
I'll say like a 6.5 on that side. And even that feels a little generous, but I'm just because of how over she has maintained herself
Okay.
as a babyface when she's a babyface. I'm gonna give her a 6.5, just because of that.
All
So we'll
right.
swap
All
on
right.
over to heel work. Scouts.
Heel work, she's got to be a 9. She's just she plays the heel so well. She makes you. He just bounced. He'll be back. Here he goes. She just makes you hate her. Like whatever she does, like she's just so engrossed in it.
Mm-hmm.
It fits her personality more than her baby face.
I feel that. Jody.
Yes. Um. Hmm. Wait. What was the question again?
Her as a heel.
Oh. Okay. Mercedes as a heel. Um. 9 out of 10. She does incredible, great job as a heel for her character. She just goes like, "I'm the boss. I'll do whatever the hell I want to do. I don't give a damn what nobody say." It just fits her so perfectly. Once they get into that feeling, and you realize Sasha just do whatever she wants to do, Mercedes, and then out of the blue, she does this and got her little skirt, got her little fancy cars and stuff. But her heel character, 9 out of 10.
Okay. Beyonce, how about you, man?
Yeah, when she's committed, her as a heel, 10 out of 10. When she's committed, she can be the best heel in the business.
Oh yeah.
Facts.
I'd say I give her a 9. Again, I think it's because when she's a heel, she has a lot better. She tells a lot better stories. And
Yes, she does.
I'll kind of get into that a little bit more when we start discussing our favorite matches and stuff. Um, Easily a 9 out of 10 because when she's motivated, I think that seems to be the biggest common denominator here is that when she's motivated, she's better than almost anyone out there. And I think that applies to her as a heel as well. Um, as a promo cutter, what would you say,
Hmm.
Scout?
I feel she could be very repetitive in her promos. It's almost like she only knows how to cut a promo a certain number of ways, and she always goes back to that because that's her comfort level.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to work on expanding her horizons in regards to her promo skills. So I'm going to give her a 7
Okay. All right, Jody.
because they're great,
Oh,
but
Oh.
they get like stuck.
right. Jody, how about you, man?
Her promos was all it's okay, and I feel like she needs more build up. You got to have that again energy, and you got to get the crowd on the fans on your side. So I'm gonna give Sasha her promos 8,
All
8 out of
right.
10.
Dionte.
So her promo work. If she's a baby face, I'm gonna say like 6. But if she's a heel, I'm gonna go like 8 or 9. But
All
overall,
right,
uh, I'll say like 7.
Okay.
all
Um,
right.
I feel I'm a little less generous with this than you guys are. Apparently, I'm gonna give her like a 6 on promo work,
What
and
was
I
that?
think
Ooh.
like a 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I think it goes back to what Scalz said. Her promos tend to be very formulaic and they follow the same pattern every single time. She doesn't step out of her comfort zone, and when she does, it's just atrocious because it doesn't feel like she believes it. I think
Right.
she hit her stride in a certain feud that I will bring up later as well, and cut some of the best promos of her entire career. And then she's relied on that ever since. And it doesn't work in every feud. That's the thing. So I give her a 6, but all right.
All
But
right.
as an
Okay.
overall performer, Scalz, what do you think?
I'm going to give her about an 8,
Okay,
but that's being generous tonight.
that goes along with being generous.
Yeah, that's my theme
I
tonight. I'm
would
being
kill to see
generous.
Mercedes getting 9 out of 10.
She needs a damn it, Shadow. Jody, how about you, my man?
I, that threw me off with the press. No, nothing.
Yeah.
I'm a. Oh God. Oh shit. Um. All right. Her. I'm gonna give her. I'm gonna give her a. I'm gonna give her a 7. No, I'll give her an 8.
Overall is an 8. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Beyonce.
Overall, I say she's like an 8.5, like 8.5.
All right.
Okay.
Well, damn.
Deontay's feeling quite generous. Uh,
Yes. Yes,
I'll.
he is.
I think I'll put her at about an 8. I can't quite put her on the level of people like Becky Lynch, people like oh my God, Charlotte Flair. Not yet, because and I'll tell you why. It's the biggest reason is that she doesn't stay motivated as much. Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
You know what,
Um,
bro? She's not
He's
wrong.
not wrong.
no,
No,
not at
he's not.
all.
Not at all.
I know I might get some shit for putting Charlotte Flair above Mercedes, but
Oh.
I'm gonna tell you something about that. Charlotte Flair, even when you can tell that she's not invested in what's happening, as soon as that bell rings, she is the best in-ring performer in the women's division.
Oh
Period.
yes.
Oh, hands down,
Every
hands down.
single time. She
Hands
puts on
down.
incredible match after incredible match after incredible match, even if we're supposed to be hating her as a person right now. She always gives it her all in the ring. And that is why I put Charlotte above Mercedes. But I think an 8 is solid. I think there's nothing wrong with that. There could be an argument that the 4 horsewomen of NXT are the 4 horsewomen of women's professional wrestling as a whole. Obviously, it's an argument. A lot of people could throw a few different names out there, and you'd probably be right also. But Sasha Banks, Mercedes, has definitely earned to be in that discussion. Is basically my point there. So now we'll kind of start reminiscing a little bit. You're saying Charlotte is all business? Shut up, Shadow.
That's crazy.
God damn you, Shadow.
We'll start reminiscing.
I'll show
a
this
little
again
bit.
for your response. Jesus Christ, Shadow.
Since leaving WWE,
Uh,
Mercedes hasn't really. I mean, she's done some great things. She worked with Stardom in New Japan, stuff like that. She's traveled
Yes.
around a little bit.
hmm
But she's had a long career in WWE, despite how young she still is. So I mean, she's done a lot. There's a lot to kind of dig into. So if you could kind of nitpick some of your favorites, we'll kind of go into that. What's your favorite match that she's ever been a part of, Scalz?
Oh, this is tough.
Ooh.
I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, she was one of the first. She was in the first women's last man standing match, right?
Yes.
The one with Charlotte.
Yes.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite matches. The way they went all around the arena, everything with that. I felt that was a very good match, and that's one that I
Ooh.
will always go back to.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Jody, how about you?
Man, look, I'm in 50-50 either from Charlotte and Sasha from Hell in Cell or the Sasha and Bianca. I can't make it pay, but I'm gonna have to choose. Yeah, I'm gonna have to choose the Sasha and Bianca WrestleMania 39. They put on a banger match, and I loved every second of it. And that hair whip still deadly to the days. It itches me so bad, like I just felt
Was it,
that. Like when you hear that step, it's like whop, and you hear that ow.
was it
I'm
39
a,
or was it 38?
It was 37.
uh
It was 37.
39 was
It was
last
actually
year.
it was actually 37
oh 37.
Wow.
Oh
because it was 2021.
Yeah, that was the
okay.
first show
Y-
in front of a live audience since the shutdown.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
right. And they got the first main event to
Mm-hmm.
be in front of
Live audience. That
a
was
live
the
audience.
Yep.
Yes.
And
And
they fucking house
That was
down.
that was the show
they
that
did it.
rain delayed.
Yep. That
Yeah.
made me so mad.
Mm-hmm.
Samoa Joe
This-
with a poncho.
Yep.
But
I
no
remember
lie,
that- Yep.
no lie, that rain delay was a great thing for WWE because it
Yes.
had caused people to do promos on the fly, and you
Mhm.
saw what they really could do, and it just made that show even better.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That one with Seth Rollins in the back was fucking amazing. His
Oh
energy was
God.
off the charts. That was one of the
Drew
best things ever.
McIntyre.
Drew
Drew McIntyre's was good.
Oh yeah.
Kevin Owens is good.
Shoot.
Oh yeah. Dionte, what's your favorite Sasha Banks / Mercedes Moné match?
Her and Bailey at what was it, Takeover Brooklyn? The Iron Woman match.
Oh, the
Oh.
Iron Woman was the show after that.
Yeah, that one. That man, I
Ooh.
love that match.
Huh.
I think was it Takeover Respect? Yep,
What was that?
Takeover Respect.
Yes, it was take over respect.
That was Bailey and Sasha Banks in the first ever Iron Woman match.
That
What year
match
was
right there,
that?
bro.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
that when she
That
snatched
match-
Izzy's
that-
when she snatched that Izzy's Bailey bow out, and she was like that and just threw that out. I was like, dang.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, NXT Women's Title 30-minute Iron Woman match was NXT Takeover Respect. That was October
Yes.
7th, 2015.
Yes, that's a history match right there. Never forget
Oh,
it.
yeah.
And the other one was Takeover Brooklyn. That was Bailey versus Sasha.
Yep.
And that
Oh.
was right before right before Sasha debuted.
Yep. That was
Mm.
the
Because
actually I think it was after she debuted because I think she was still NXT Women's Champion when she debuted. In that like
She was.
weird
You are correct.
that weird
Yes,
segment
you
where
are.
they all just put submissions on people at the same time. That was weird. But my favorite Sasha Banks match is actually the one from Takeover Brooklyn, and I think it was the one where Bailey defeated her for the championship for the first time. And I think I will still go back and watch that match at least once a year. I think that was to this day. I think it is the greatest women's professional wrestling match of all time. I think it's number one.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
the storytelling was the best we've ever seen in a women's match. I think the ultimate goal of putting Bailey over as this big baby face. No one could have been in that position to do that better than Sasha Banks at that point. The
None.
story was perfectly told. The match was perfectly wrestled. Bailey hit a Frankensteiner off the top rope
That was
and then hit that
insane.
Bailey to belly to win
That was
it.
crazy.
And she got pissed and like whipped her headband off and just chucked it across the ring. And she was just like, ugh. And that was when you're like, oh shit, this is it. Here we go.
Oh,
The hand
man.
injury that they told that story with the entire time, ring psychology was off the charts. Easily, in my opinion, the best women's wrestling match of all time and a top 10 professional wrestling match of all time. I will die on that hill. That match was incredible.
Shoot.
Meltzer would still only give it 4 stars, but
Oh, man.
Cam, how we doing tonight?
what's that?
I was saying what's up to Cam. And,
Oh, hey, what's up, Cam?
What's up, Cam?
Yeah.
thanks for the follow,
Hey.
JJ the Jet. We appreciate it.
We got the matches done. What is your overall like favorite moment from her career, Scalz?
I want to say her coming out for her entrance with Snoop Dogg.
It's pretty dope.
Oh. Dang. I
Like-
took that.
Yes.
Like that's just the one thing that
fresh,
popped in
y'all.
my head real quick. Like, so like
Snoop Dogg
obviously
is
that's a memorable
y'all.
moment for me is to have that come in my head right away. So
Fuck. That
Sorry,
was, ooh.
I love that they didn't beat it to death that they were related. They really didn't. Like they mentioned it here and there, but they never beat it down to death, and I'm so happy about that because
Right.
yeah. Jody, how about you?
Dang, I mean, you took the first one, Scouts. I was thinking of that, and then I was like, my favorite Sasha entrance was when she.
Not necessarily
My
just
favorite,
moment.
huh?
Not necessarily your favorite entrance, just your favorite moment.
Oh, okay. My favorite moment of Sasha was when she won the SmackDown Women's Championship. In I think that was from the Performance Center. I think it was, or it was. I think when she beat Charlotte Flair for the Raw Women's Championship, that was my top one number favorite in their last women's standing match for the Raw Women's Championship. So that one was my all time favorite. Every time I see that match, I was like, oh yeah, that's a history match from the get go in the history books. Overall, that was one of the best matches by far ever, and I love every second of it. But my still number one with Bianca and Sasha is my still number one. So Charlotte and Sasha, yes.
Dionte, favorite moment.
Oh, favorite moment. I'd probably have to say shit when she debuted in New Japan.
Ooh,
Interesting.
I love that. I love when
damn.
she debuted in New Japan. I
I
hate that
honestly,
wig though.
I
That
honestly
wig
didn't
sucks.
expect that.
It's
I didn't either.
and she's still wearing that wig.
Yep.
Yeah, she is.
My favorite moment from her career is it was a very small, very quick one, and it was actually from WrestleMania 37 when she lost to Bianca Belair. That camera caught her leaning up against the barricade, smiling, and tears in her eyes. I think like at that moment, you could tell just exactly how much everything like meant to her. Like she didn't care that she didn't win the match. She was out there to put on a great fucking show. They put on a great fucking show, and it was very emotional. Like you get your first main event in front of a live crowd since the pandemic started.
Yes.
You get your first women's black main event, both black competitors in the main event for the first time ever. I think like there was so much in that was put into that, and they trusted Bianca Belair, who was still very new to the main roster, and they trusted Sasha Banks, a veteran. She's been there forever, to put on that show, and you could tell how much it meant to her and how selfless of a performer she is when she's motivated. And that was my favorite moment because it just seemed like a almost she felt validated in that moment where she was able to give that moment to Bianca Belair, And I don't know, I love that moment. It's the small, subtle things like that I absolutely love.
That's that
Yeah, you
moment
saw,
that none of us. That's that moment none of us ain't gonna forget.
Oh yeah.
and
Um,
right before they started the match, you could see the emotion between them two of them with the crowd cheering.
oh yeah, the
Hmm.
crowd was on their feet. They got to stand
Yeah,
there.
they were. They was
Sasha had
like,
the white tears out of her eyes. Bianca had the tears out of her eyes before the bell even rang.
Yeah,
And I'm glad they gave them that couple minutes to just kind of soak it in because that was
yes.
huge.
if they didn't, I don't think the match would have went off as well as it did.
Oh no, absolutely not. The performers they feed off of us, so
They did.
it,
I was like,
and the build up to that match was awful. There was nothing that really.
Oh,
There was almost
oh.
no story. Like it was, oh hey, Bianca wants the championship. Cool, you get a match. That was it. And they went out there and tore the fucking house down, almost in spite of no story being told out, but before it.
the only story that was really told was they were teaming up.
Yeah,
And they were trying for the tag team championship,
mixed match.
Oh
and then they
Lord.
fought for the title.
I forgot about that.
I forgot about that too.
They did it with Rock and Mick Foley in the '90s, and then they've just tried it a
Oh.
billion times since.
Yeah.
But anyways, now that she is in AEW, possibilities are endless.
Oh yes.
And when the door opens for her to come back to WWE whenever, possibilities are still going to be endless. So the question is, what kind of matches are we hoping to see from her? Who do we want to see her tangle with? Scalz?
Ooh.
I want to see her and Deanna.
Ooh.
I want to see her. I want to see her and
and
Deanna. I want to see her and Jamie Hayter. I want to see her and Britt
Yes.
Baker.
Jamie
Like-
Hayter.
Those three are the top three that I want to see her have matches with.
Okay.
All right.
I mean,
Jody?
where has Britt Baker been? It's been like forever.
Right.
You would go for a hot minute too.
Jody, how about you, my man?
All right. Mercedes. I picked her top three of her future opponents. Tony Storm, Willow Nightingale, and Julia Hart for the women's championship.
Okay.
If she gonna put that work in and she gonna be like, I'm gonna make my mark, but I'm looking at championship. She gonna be like, zip, check, stamp, locked in, and then there you go. So that's my top three right there.
Fair enough. Dionte.
Well, right off the bat, Jamie Hayter. I need to see that match happen. Her and Julia Hart.
Mm.
Also, her and Tony Storm. I think they will put up a good match.
Tony Storm, is that what you said?
Yeah, Tony Storm. Yeah.
I could see that. In AEW, the biggest ones I'd want to see would be Britt and Jamie. If and when she comes back to WWE, there's really only one person I want to see her tangle with in WWE right now, and that's Jade Cargill.
Yes.
Oh yes.
That's Jade fucking Cargill. I think, especially in a few years in the future, when Jade's been able to get better training under her belt, and
Mm-hmm.
I think a heel Jade Cargill and a babyface Sasha Banks would be an incredible dynamic. Because
I am all for it.
Because Jade essentially is going. I feel like Jade is essentially going to be put into that Sasha Banks role, where as basically the top heel in the women's division for whatever show she's on, and I feel like Sasha Banks is, and they have very similar gimmicks. Aside from Jade being a lot bigger,
They do.
they have very similar gimmicks. They're cocky, they're arrogant, they're brash. They're not afraid to be right up in your face. They trash talk.
Yep.
They're very similar gimmicks, and I think it'd be a great clash of styles. And I think Sasha Banks could help tell a great story in that match and help put Jade Cargill over as a megastar.
Definitely.
Granted, who knows when that's going to be, but I hope it happens at some point.
I would like to see Tiffany versus Sasha.
Tiffany Stratton.
Oh.
Arrogant, brash, in your face. I love it. Yeah. Self-centered.
I don't care who mess she gonna put in. Sign me up. Sign it up.
When
Here you go.
when
Take all
she
my money.
if and when she comes back, does she go back to Sasha or does she stay as Mercedes?
She needs to stay as Mercedes. She needs to stay
I
as
think she
Mercedes.
should go back to Sasha Banks personally, but
I
that's
think
just
I
me.
she's
mean,
outgrown Sasha Banks at this point.
really? You think she's outgrown it? She still does the exact same things.
So here's the thing:
Nothing's changed. Just the name.
the WWE fans and the casual WWE fans know her as Sasha Banks. I think that is the biggest. Like they can continue to sell Sasha Banks merch. She could be the legit boss. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I know her. Her real name is Mercedes. That's fine. I think the Mercedes Monet name is fucking stupid. Maybe I'm crazy. I think it's stupid, but it's just a stupid way to say money. That's so dumb. We get it. You like money, but I feel like she could have just gone by her real name. She could have just been Mercedes Varnado. I don't think anyone would have cared. It wouldn't have made
Oh
it.
Lord.
It would
Now the
not have
money
made
part.
any shred
The
of a
money.
difference.
The money part is stuck in my head right now. At this point.
Maybe I'm in the minority here. I don't know,
You're not.
but I just think the name is
I'm
stupid.
right there with you. I'm right there with you, Nate. Like
Man.
I
her
think she
entrance,
tried too hard.
her new entrance theme, while the background music to it is
It sounds like
fire.
Gunther.
Yeah, well, it's the Symphony Number 5. Like it's a great
Yes.
background music to it, but the fucking CEO chants in it just make me
It's forced.
cringe.
It's
Yeah, I
forced.
don't know why they
It's
put
trying to
the
get the
CEO
crowd to
in there.
chant it, and I'm
Why?
like,
I know, but it's cringe.
it is.
Like
It's bad.
it's horrible.
I don't know
love
why
It's
they
like-
have chance in there. Why they can't just rely on the crowd to?
Well, they
Like-
eventually they will, and I'm sure they'll take it out of it. But they're trying to subliminally message, aka
It's not even subtle.
It's like
Well,
it's like
Subliminal
Trick Williams.
messaging
Imagine
is
if they
supposed to be
added Trick
subtle. This
Williams.
is like,
I know
here,
it. I know it
chant this,
is.
you stupid sheep. Like,
They should have made it like to where Trick Williams, like, every time he come out, they don't put wolf that trick in his lyrics.
Whoop
They
that
want-
trick.
if they
Whoop
wanted the
that
crowd to
trick.
chant it, they did not have to put it in the music. They could have just animated the letters like this.
Yep. Absolutely.
Just like that.
Yes.
That would have been perfect.
Yes.
The crowd would have caught on. It would have been natural that way.
Mm-hmm.
They're forcing it. That's stupid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're
In the
forcing
song.
it. I don't like that.
But
I think eventually it'll come out of the entrance theme.
I think
and then
so.
you'll be able to
too.
hear it better, and then I think it could actually be a banger of a theme.
Oh yeah, it's
But now-
the music itself is good, but it's the chants. It's the chants. They're bad. But anyways, excuse me. Before we wrap this up, as we all know, April 1st, airing on Peacock, is the Bray Wyatt documentary.
Oh man.
Title of it. That's coming up. I know I'm gonna watch
Oh,
it. It's gonna be tough to sit through.
oh man. I'm
I
gonna
could
get
barely-
tissue for it.
I could barely sit
I'm
through
a-
the trailer.
Right.
Yo. I'm gonna get a bowl. I'm gonna get
I'm gonna cry.
a bunch
I'm
of
gonna
tissues.
cry.
I'm gonna cry. Y'all won't even hear me for
I-
weeks. I'm gonna be
yeah.
emotional break.
I can't watch that with anybody else.
So
God.
as a kind of a special episode for us, 2 weeks from tonight, Shadow had
Okay.
this idea. I think it's a great idea. I think we're gonna try and have
So
a rotating stream of guests.
hold on.
Yeah.
2 weeks from tonight, we are actually doing our WrestleMania predictions on Thursday.
Oh.
So I don't know if we want to do it the week after, or do you want to
do
see
that.
if we can, or if we want to see if we can move
Hmm.
the predictions
Well,
to a different
if you
night.
guys are doing the predictions early,
We could always do the prediction first and then
Yeah.
this.
We can do that. I'm okay
Okay.
with that. That works.
Okay.
Sure.
No, I just
alright.
want to. And Shadows in the
shoot for-
chat saying we'll do both.
We'll shoot for 10 o'clock for
Okay.
what I'm talking about.
Yep.
If you guys go over, no biggie. Who cares? We don't give a shit. We really don't. It's just going to kind of flow into the next show
Yes.
anyway, so it don't
Okay.
matter. So what we're going to do, what I'm going to try to do, what Shadow's going to try to do, we're going to try and get a rotating stream of guests coming in. And it's basically
Okay.
just going to be a memorial show. We're just going to talk about our favorite Bray Wyatt moments, talk about the things we loved about his career, maybe the things we didn't love so much, what we think we've missed out on. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
But
I would love to be
I
a
think
part
it's
of
going
that.
to be, I think it's going to be a lot of fun too.
It is.
it's always fun to question the what ifs on things, but in this situation, that's going to be the tough part, is questioning the what ifs. But we're going to get to talk about some of our favorite moments from debuting as the Wyatt family with Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, bringing in Braun Strowman, who looked like when he first debuted.
Yes.
The Firefly Funhouse, the House of Horrors match that he did with Randy Orton, the WrestleMania match with Randy Orton, or the second WrestleMania match with Randy Orton, where he inexplicably lost both of them.
Oh, that match was. Oh my god. I didn't even want to go with that match.
I mean, as many think about just the names that he's faced at WrestleMania. He faced John Cena twice, Randy Orton twice. He faced the Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Seth Rollins, Finn Balor.
Did he face Seth Rollins at WrestleMania?
No. He faced Seth Rollins at
No, it was Hell in a Cell. We don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, Hell in a Cell. No.
But yeah. And we'll kind of discuss our initial reactions to the documentary also. Oh, Shadow just said that. Cool.
No, he said all the shit we're going to learn, because there's going to be stuff in there that we don't know.
The documentary, absolutely.
Yes.
Yep.
Like, if you've seen the second trailer that came out, there's already an image of a Fiend costume that we had not ever seen.
Yep.
Wait, the second trailer came out just now today?
No, it was like the day. It was like the day after the first one came out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There was another little chippet, and the one with Bo Dallas that he was talking.
Yes.
Right. Bo Dallas doing that is I think that's so cool that Bo Dallas was.
Man.
And Taker's doing a narration on it too.
That's amazing.
Taker has parts in it too.
Hell yeah.
It did.
So, anyways, that being said, we can wrap up this show on Mercedes here. We got off track a little bit sometimes, but that's okay. That happens.
Yeah.
Scalz, where can we find you, my guy?
So you can find me here, right on Off the Top Media on both Twitch and YouTube, as well as Off the Top Media _ on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram.
All right. Liv Morgan is Hottie Queen.
Well, you can find me on IG, TikTok, Twitter, Threads, and Facebook. But yeah, you can find me on IG, TikTok, Twitter, Threads, and shut up, Heather. Yes, you can find me on all them socials. Just follow me, follow all these great people out here, and if you follow me, cool. And if you don't, in the words of Liv, cry about it.
That's fair. Dionte.
Hell yeah, it's your boy. You can find me at TikTok, NBA Taylor 2 or NBA TikTok Wrestling. You can subscribe to YouTube, NBA Taylor 2. I do a podcast with my friends on it. It's really cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, this was really fun. I hope to do it again someday. Would love to be a part of the Bray Wyatt thing.
Yes.
Seems like a lot of fun. But yeah. That's where you can find me. You can also find me on Instagram at Dionte_15. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
You can find me on TikTok at Nate McNamara WB. That's pretty much where all you can find me from. You can find me here every 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
So be sure to tune in 2 weeks from now. WrestleMania predictions, right? WrestleMania predictions,
and then
WrestleMania predictions, and basically a part 2 on our career retrospective for the late great Wyndham Rotunda, Bray Wyatt.
Oh man!
Everybody, thank you so much for joining. We will see you next time. Have a great night.
Yeet.